hi! Hello, welcome. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. It is time for me to open doors once again and have many doors closed on me. Probably more doors closed on me than ones that I actually get to open. Hi! Hello! If I had a wave toggle, I would wave back to you guys. Hi! Welcome. I got yelled at by one of my mods for not already playing video games. He said he's bored and needs me to play video games, so I'm here to play video games. You love video games? That's crazy. Me too, bro. That's crazy. Will Alu ever run out of doors? Let's find out. I don't know. I keep trying to open the same ones because I'm like, maybe this time it'll open, you know? Because like every run is like a little bit different, right? Every run is like a little bit different. So I feel like maybe if I just keep trying, then eventually I'll get one open, right? You're playing video games right now? Damn. I'm not even playing a video game yet. I mean, I will be soon. I have Stanley Parable open. I promise. Luvo, congrats on your 400,000th and one potion. That's amazing. Hi Lars, hello. Always a pleasure to see you. The definition of insanity is repeating the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Can that definition be changed if you're a cat? Because I don't feel like I'm insane. So therefore, I'm not insane, right? I think that's how that works. 400,000th and one. I mean, Luvo is the Archmage, you know, like the Archmage. He's the motherfucker that lives below me. You know, I live in his I live in the top floor of his building. So, I mean, I'm sure he's pretty old. I don't know how old, but I guess he's had a lot of potions in his lifetime. What the fuck? Yeah, I live in the loft in your building. That's right. You let me live here. You let me live here, buddy. Luvo set you up real nice. I know, right? I know. He really did. Look who is online, our lovely Aluei. Look who's in chat. Cutie Blue Dragon. Welcome. She's in the walls? The walls are made of brick. I can't climb through that. That sounds difficult. You guys know how weak I am, right? Looks like you're 85% of the way to a plushie. No way! I am? Hold on, let me open Uwu Market. Oh. Holy shit, you're right! Oh my god, you're right! I can't believe it! Guys! They gave 30 days to meet that goal. They gave 30 days to meet that goal. There's still 29 days and 19 hours. I think we'll actually make it. I still need to place my order. I need to place my own order. Oh, for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, my new merch dropped on Tuesday. Let me put the picture on screen. Do I already have it uploaded? I think I do. Merch? There it is! Look at it! Wait, you can't look at it if I'm moving it around so fast. Look at that! I should move aside. Wait, the hands! Okay. Don't look! Don't look! Okay, now you can look. Now you can look. But yeah, look. Okay, I had to censor like all of it for Twitch. Because Twitch does not like uncovered hips, which is fair. But that's why, like, I'm a good girl and I follow the rules that Twitch has given. So I've censored all of it for Twitch, but you can see it. You can see it. If you open the link, it's pinned in chat, by the way. The link is pinned in chat. You are? Yes, I am. I am a good girl. I have a kind of personal question. It's totally okay if you're uncomfortable with sharing. But I think everyone at least once think about it. Would you rather have twice as big hands or twice as big feet? What the fuck? What do you mean? Okay. I hate both of those things. I hate that so much, Lars. Twice as big hands for sure. Let's be practical here. Okay, but listen, if you have twice as big feet, then you would have twice as big stability, right? You would be much more stable and harder to like push over, right? But then again, it'd be easier to like stub your toes on things. Fuck. That would suck. You know what they say about big feet? Big shoes! Big shoes! That's right. Which sucks. That's right, you'd have to get like custom-made shoes if you have absolutely gigantic feet. Like if your feet were twice as big as they are right now, can you imagine having to custom make every shoe? Like at least you don't need shoes for your hands. So I guess hands would be more practical in that way. But having twice as big hands, that would get in the way all the time. But then you'd need like custom keyboards and mouses. One hell of a swimmer. But with hands you need everything else customized. Yeah, exactly, you're so right. Custom gloves and keyboard and mouses. What about my custom gloves when it's cold? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that just sounds awful, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. You know, this reminds me that I totally forgot to like pin the new... Oh no, wait, never mind. I did pin the new birthday lingerie merch drop on Twitter. Okay. So if you want to see just the uncensored like promo image, you can also check Twitter if you'd like. But you can just check it out at the merch store at Ulu Market. You'd need a decades-old phone. I don't even know if that would be good, because the buttons were still like normal size, right? Like, you know those big phones, like those like clunky things that you see like people carry around in like old movies, right? It's like a brick. It's like the size of a brick, but like the buttons are still normal, right? I would assume. So I feel like that would still suck. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Alright. Twice as big feet sounds awful, but twice as big hands sounds even more inconvenient. And at least then it would be harder to push me over. Coming from a rather clumsy person. I guess twice as big feet would be more useful? I don't know. But think of the ASMR you could do with double hands. It's just double the size hands, not double hands. You don't get 4 hands. Yo! Oh my god, wait. I'm so sorry I didn't notice the subbies. Village, thank you so much for the resub. And Mirrodin, thank you so much for the resub. Yes, I will be playing Vidbio game today. And Chaos, thank you as well for the subby. Thank you, thank you. And I see that before stream today, Nameless Panda also resubbed. So Nameless, if you're still here, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You probably trip on your own feet more. Like, yeah, but listen, I feel like the list of cons is just smaller with twice as big feet. Not by much, but it is smaller. Clapping your hands would be a sonic wave. Just every time you clap, sonic boom, you know? That would be weird. I did not realize I got a gift sub the other day. Oh, congratulations! I'm glad it got to you. It's always such a wonder when it goes to like someone who like actually notices, you know? Cause sometimes like have you ever like gotten a gift sub from a channel that like you like once clicked on, maybe even by like accident, maybe you were there for like only a minute, and then you got a gift sub to it and you're like, I don't even remember who this channel is. What is this channel? But then sometimes it goes to people who are like actually chilling and like this one. Fuck you, Luvo. You did recently. It does happen sometimes. It does happen. I think I've gotten a gift sub to a channel I've never been to. I know that it like prioritizes in a way. You know, like it'll prioritize people who are there often and then people who are there a little bit. And I think it prioritizes people who chat sometimes. I don't know. And then it like goes down the list of like chatters to lurkers to like people who have just been there a little bit, and then it just goes to like random people sometimes. Which is so weird, but it makes sense. It makes sense, because I remember there have been some times where like, you know, I'll get like, I don't know, like a 20 gifted sub and I'm like, guys, I don't even have this many people watching me. Like that's happened before in the past. but yeah, I mean, it's always just like, it is so sweet when like someone comes in chat and it'll be like a first time chatter like, thank you for the gift sub, and like they were there and they were hanging out and I think that's like the sweetest thing in the world. I think it is so sweet. Most of the time, random subs I get are channels who I randomly got rated into. That is so fair. Lars, thank you so much for the 100 biddies. Thank you. Am I just that unlucky that I've never gotten any? I think that is unlucky. What the heck? That is surprising, yeah. You might need to check settings in case you've turned it off. You can turn that off? I didn't know that, actually. What, there's a hype train? Holy, thank you guys. Thank you. Oh my god, okay. Whew. Well, are you guys ready to game? Are you guys ready to game? I think it's gaming time. Gaming. Oh my god, that's so cool. Like, nothing else changes. That's so cool. I like how there's no like there's no like visual transition between my model. Gamer Alu? Yeah, Gamer Alu. Sometimes anyway. And look, I have Stanley Parable open. And I think if I remember correctly, last time I played the game, the narrator was like, you know what? Thank you so much for actually setting the time, both times that you've opened the game. Like, I appreciate you so much for doing that. But just for fun, next time you open the game, set it to your favorite time. And I've been thinking about what my favorite time is. I don't know. I don't know what my favorite time is. You know what? I'm just gonna 506 for my birthday. 0506 for my birthday. Okay. We're gonna do 0506. 069? You can't do that though. You can't do that. It won't work. Oh, that's right. I need to stop the music. I hate cutting off that song, but I'll restart that song when we go back to music. Alright, let me make sure the sound is on for the game. Doesn't allow military time? It doesn't seem like it does, yeah. My time is different, we are not the same. Oh my gosh. Okay. So let's do 0506 for my birthday. It'll be 5:06 a.m. We can pretend I am awake at that time. Let's see if he remembers. 5:06 a.m., your favorite time of day. Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate 05:06 a.m. is. Let's use another slider to find out. How accurate is it? Well, I mean, it's like 2:20 p.m. So I'm gonna say it's pretty inaccurate. You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip a couple new ones up. Should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. Really? That kind of makes me want to close the game and like reboot. Love data? Why'd you spell it like that? Data. Capital T, ta. Why? Oh, I should put my tail down. Sorry. Sorry, big tail. Sorry. Data. Am I saying it wrong? Am I saying data wrong?
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
This is a story.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
The balloons are still here.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to
just
him
like I'm
through a monitor
doing.
on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Okay.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might
Some
have
people
considered
pronounce it
soul-ending,
data
Stanley
and
relished
some
every
data.
moment that the orders came in.
Oh,
They
data.
had been made exactly
That's true. Some people say data.
and Stanley
I mean, I think
was
I also say data sometimes. I think it just depends on the
And then
sentence that
one
it's
day,
in.
something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
Like collecting a lot of
Something he would
data.
never quite forget.
But if it's
He
just
had
the
been at
word,
his
I think
desk
I
for nearly an
default to
hour
data.
when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all
Everyone
his years
randomly
at the
switches
company
between the
had
two
this
pronunciations.
happened.
Well,
This
then I'm
complete
normal. I'm
isolation.
so normal.
Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid,
Data is
Stanley
the
found himself
plural
unable
of...
to move for the longest
Wait,
time.
data
But
is
as
the
he came
plural
to his
of
wits
data?
and regained his senses, he got up from
I
his
don't think
desk
it is. I
and
think
stepped out of
it's
his
just different
office.
pronunciations. You are so normal. I am so normal. Normal is the word. Yes. No, that sounds like a baby saying dad for the first time. What? Oh, you mean data? Data? No, the baby saying dad for the first time. Wouldn't that be like data? Data. Something like that, right? Data is a physical object. Data is the transfer of info. What? No way! Is it not just the same word but pronounced differently? Tut-tut. Tut-tut-tut. Tut-tut? No, it's not. No! Okay, so don't tell me that. Is that real, guys? A normal VTuber lies? What do you mean? No, do not tell me that these are different words used differently. There is no way. I love how utterly bizarre some of these conversations and tangents are. They're not bizarre. I feel like I'm being gaslit right now. You can't. I'm like, are data and data like really two different words, like used differently? Spreading misinformation is fun. What's the truth? What's the truth? Gaslight isn't a real word. It is a real thing. It is a real thing and it is a real word. All words are made up and become real. It has become real. Data is a proper name and data and data is an... I'm gonna go open doors. I think you made it up. Fuck you, Tara. It's not misinformation if I gaslight everyone into believing it's true.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
No, I already
Click
got
the
the
door
achievement.
5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Anyway, I'm not gonna do that one again. She's just a cat and enjoys pawing at doors because all of these doors keep closing on me. Guys, do I pick up the bucket this time or do I not? Do I pick it up or not? I'm never sure. This thing is back! This thing is back! Sometimes this is here and sometimes it's not. Stupid thing barring me from entering. Yes, the bucket. We love bucket. Okay.
The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things.
I am a better man because of the bucket. Have you tried turning off every computer? Yes, I have. I generally turn off or interact with any computer that I can touch that is on. Might suck being inferior to a bucket. What do you mean? I am not inferior to a bucket. pretty sure that each time you turn off one computer, another turns on. No! No way! Wait, if I go back, will there be like some that are on? Off, 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 off. Off. And what about this room? Hi, Kamanga! Hello, hello. Off, 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 off. +1 gaslight. Fuck you guys! God damn it! Why do I listen to you guys ever? I'm too gullible for this shit.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
No, I can't turn on computers. I think it's right door time.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him.
I can climb that!
The employee lounge was simply the place to be.
I'm tall now. I am queen of the hallway. Everybody must answer to me and my bucket. Na hello végre kaptam egy normális időben. Szia Benda! Hi Benda! First time for everything? True. She fits so she sits. Hehehehe. I can't climb that one. Wish I could enter all these little rooms. Especially the ones that have turned on computers.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Benda, does that still work? Does the exclamation point Benda, does that still work? No way.
Truly, being here with the bucket was a...
I didn't know I could climb on the coffee
Stanley
table.
reflected on all they'd been through together. First, walking through the door on the right. Then walking to the lounge. Then arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling journey the bucket had inspired.
I didn't know I could climb on the coffee table.
Perhaps this was where the bucket felt most truly at home. Here
How
in
did
the
I do
empty
that?
lounge. Perhaps it's the only place a bucket
Aha!
can even feel at home.
I did it again. Me when I discover free will. Listen, this is exciting for me, okay? This is
Stanley
something I have
decided
not
to
done
just
yet in the
give
game.
bucket absolutely as much time as it needed to be in the lounge. Clearly, the
I got to be
bucket and
tall
the
for a second
employee
again.
lounge shared a special connection.
Is there a cock command? No, there is not.
But finally, the bucket was done.
But I can make
being
one and
in the
name it after
lounge,
you.
And they took the first open door on their left to get back to business.
And then Manya will just respond saying, yes, you are in fact a dick. I thought this one opened for a sec. I don't know why it sounded like it. Zenny and Luvo in the same chat? I know, that is rare.
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Okay. But if I go back this way... Oh, this is closed. Okay. Oh, wait, now I'm in the left side. Okay. So he got me over to the left side regardless. Trust the completionist instinct. Why wouldn't they just tell us something will happen? This investigation, this room, they feel pointless, to be honest. I still need to find the other two fig leaves. A large room, lots of boxes. I still haven't gotten that one? And then somewhere both red and blue. So that's what I still need to get.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours.
No remaining
But alas,
stickers?
no stickers.
But I want more stickers on my bucket. You just avoided the large room with boxes a few moments ago? No way! I did? What? I'm so disappointed.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I already got this one. It bothers me that, like, this one piece of paper sticks out like a sore thumb and I can't do anything with it. You know, like, I can't read it, I can't pick it up, I can't do nothing with it. Mikolas my salami kustalo és már bende beszélt veled már a sponsor. No, I'm not getting sponsored by Benda. Guys, Benda is saying I should do a salami tasting stream. Should I do a salami tasting stream? No, I don't think I should do a salami tasting stream. TOS? Yeah, okay, that might not be good.
Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought
It would be absolute
maybe
cinema?
I
No.
am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these.
Oh, bucket, what
He held
is
the
thy
bucket
wisdom?
close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me!
Bucket?
The bucket!
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
Come to me, Stanley! Find me!
He had to find the
Bucket!
He had to
No!
return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
God damn it.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town,
This
talking
ending
and
is so much
screaming
fun.
to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
More Stanley?
Right away,
Yes.
she knew what the
Today is
problem
the
was.
final Stanley
This
stream
man
day.
had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance.
Stanley
and total
Parable is a
clarity.
fun game. It is! I'm trying to find the last two
My wife
figlies.
kicks ass, and she backflipped all the way to work.
Imagine enjoying your job enough that you backflip all the way to work. Okay,
All
so
of his co-workers were gone, What could it mean?
Alu pushed the
Stanley
bucket off the
decided to go
table
to
and
the
Stanley
meeting
had a
room.
mental
Perhaps he
break.
had sent him
Basically.
Mr. Memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay, I'm all... See, this time it's gone! Oh, there's the input thingy. That balloon is my only coworker. Have you done the unplug the phone part? I have, yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, so where
This was not
is...
the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first.
No, come back,
just
don't
to
leave me.
admire it.
I'm not gonna take the bucket every time. I must find this room.
Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room.
Big
What a
open
gorgeous,
room.
Gorgeous room.
With boxes,
but eager
right?
to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Is it this way?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
I hate it when doors open. Delphi! Delphi, please stop. Please stop. Please don't tell me things. That makes it so much less fun. Please, please, please. No backseating, okay, please. It's okay, it's okay. Wait! I should be able to go up here, right? Wait, can I, like... Oh my goodness. Wait, does this mean I can actually go down here without dying? Or will I still die? I might die. I might still die. Oh god. I'm a cat. I should be able to do this pretty easy, right? Okay. Trust my cat instincts. Hello.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all
Parkour!
the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people
First
by
number
then.
will equal
Different
the
in the
sec-
sense that we used to have
number?
none of them. And now we have them
Oh,
all.
it'll be
You
6
can't
out of
go back
6.
When you have
Okay.
no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
Figla and Marines? What? Guys, I can't wait till one day we have a Figluey. You know, instead of Figlies, we have a Figluey. One day. One day, copium. Mariazzuta Repo stream? No, I haven't played Repo on stream yet. I do have a Repo collab coming up. It was gonna be tomorrow, but it's gonna be rescheduled. So it might be next week. But I will be playing Repo on stream, so that will happen soon-ish. Soon-ish. Oh, that's... it made me shiver looking down there. It actually made me shiver looking down there. That's still too far of a drop, right? I'll die, right? Okay, maybe I'll just go in this. I'll just go in this. Wait, what the heck? Always blame lag. You gifted 5 subbies? I can't believe I missed it. I am so sorry. I can't believe I didn't see that when it happened. Thank you so much, though. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah. I appreciate it. God, I'm so blind sometimes. Holy moly. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I always say thank you when I see it, at least, right? I'm trying. Wait, this... That was very... That was scary. Got really dark.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun
okay.
from so far off the beaten path.
I guess this is the only way I can go.
Office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from
Guys,
so far
I
off
can
the
move
beaten
it from
path,
one ear to the
that
other.
it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten
Binaural.
path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from...
You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What
I was
silly
worried
and
for a
trite
second.
explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall
You
of
just called me
surprises and
stupid.
delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is
Okay,
all
I'll turn it back
your
on. Please
fault.
don't be sad. Hi! I hadn't gotten to look around that room yet.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I'm gonna
Stanley
go
decided
back
to go to
there,
the
but
meeting
with
room.
my
Perhaps
bucket.
not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very lucky indeed.
I can't help but like
Stanley clung
do the
bucket to
input
his
thing
cheek.
every time I see that
Would his
computer.
co-workers really all be gone?
Even though I don't want to go back to the button room. I don't want to go back to the button room. There's no door. You can't leave. You're just stuck in there forever. I don't want to go back.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt
You're
the
just-
bucket calling
you're
to
just-
him.
you're just
telling him
stupid.
that the
You're
end
just a
for the
bit
lounge
silly.
was simply the place to be.
Not stupid, I mean. Oh, okay.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go
No.
to the cargo lift.
Hee 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 hee. I'm back. This time with backup. Like he didn't say anything this time. Just so far off the beaten path that it seems the opposite had begun. Why isn't the recording going this time? I can't call anyone. Chair. Chair, table. What?
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore.
It's zooming in.
The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up.
Man is gooning
No matter
to this
how
bucket.
many times I've done it, it's always the same.
Yeah, you
feeling.
lost track?
And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there?
What? I'm sorry, but what? What just happened? Was the bucket speaking to him in like a different language? Maybe the bucket isn't a good idea? The end is never the end, 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 is never the end. 5 nights with bucket. Holy shit.
All of his
Bye,
co-workers were
Kumanga.
gone.
It was so
What could it
nice to
mean?
see you. I hope
Stanley
you're well.
decided
Have
to
a
go to the
good
meeting
day.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Turn off computers. Ooh, the input one isn't here. Do I pick up the bucket this time or no? Do I take the bucket with me? You know what? I think I'm gonna go without the bucket this time. Gamborata.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, I'll enter the door on my left. Okay, all that's left is somewhere both red and blue, and we have the final Figley. There will be a reward for finding them all. Definitely will be. Bucket lore is crazy. Kind of is.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here.
I don't
so
even
he
have my
turned
bucket
around
this time.
and got back on track.
Yeah, I suppose.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Upstairs or downstairs? Upstairs or downstairs? I think I'll go downstairs again without my bucket.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his
But
boss.
I've done this before,
Admitting he had left
pretty
his post
sure.
during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss...
Everyone
would think he was
had
crazy.
vanished! What do you
And
mean?
then something occurred to Stanley.
Yeah?
Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did
Okay.
doors close automatically behind him?
I've
wherever
definitely
he
done
went?
this ending before too. Begin the game again. I think this is my first time manually restarting, actually.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I need to
Stanley
find that
decided to go to the
room
meeting room.
with the
Perhaps
red
he'd
and
simply
blue
missed a memo.
doors. Do I go without the bucket? I think I go without the bucket.
When Stanley
But
came
I
to
go
a set
right.
of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley
Every
knew
time he
well.
gets upset,
Perhaps he
I
wanted to
laugh.
stop by
It's
the
so
employee
funny.
lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness. Then the feeling went away, and he felt sad again. Then it came back, and lingered for a minute or two.
Alu speak
Now
her
it's only
name.
half there. Just a
Am
kind
I?
of tingle. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took
I
the
have an
first
idea.
open
I
door
think
on
I'm
his
supposed to
left.
go this way.
And so he detoured through the
You want
maintenance
happiness
section,
again?
walked straight ahead to the
How
opposite door,
can you
and
have
got back
happiness
on
again?
track.
What can I do? What can I do to make you happy?
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right.
I forgot he
downstairs.
does that. Shit! Always the door's closing on me.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Sure. Okay, I'm holding.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Oh, okay, this is the only way to go. Okay. Wait, no! No, not here!
No.
Shit.
No.
That's
This
not
isn't
what I
right at all. You're not
wanted.
supposed to be here yet. This is all
No.
a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay.
Fuck.
We just have to get
Let me
back
out!
to,
Let me out!
my kid. It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
I swear I've been to the red and blue door room,
his
but I
co-workers
can't
were
find
gone.
it.
What could
I
it
don't
mean?
know.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where's the bucket? Where's the bucket? 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 The bucket is never the bucket. Which bucket? No. It's gone. The bucket is usually right here. Bucket? Now I regret not taking the bucket with me last time. I don't think there's a bucket in this game. Shut up! You know there is! Don't lie to me, Gremlin. Is Bucket in here? Where's Bucket?
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or...
Oh no.
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the
What
one who
did I
wrote the
do?
story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay then.
Did I fuck it up
It's
when
an
when I
adventure.
manually
Come,
restarted?
Stanley, let's find the story.
I want the bucket. What? Where am I? Where? Oh, all the doors are open, but where am I?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this.
No.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Why
No.
not?
All the doors were open. Guys, all the balloons are gone.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
All
decided
the
to go to the
balloons
meeting
are
room.
gone.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
And the bucket is gone? I think I fucked it up. I manually restarted the game and now, like, did I actually, like, mess things up really bad? Hi, Dad. I'm glad you're proud of me. I don't think I'm winning. I don't feel like I'm winning.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from.
Hold
Why
on.
don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay. don't think I missed anything. Hi, Asha. I lost the bucket. The bucket is gone. And I don't know how to get it back.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something.
Hold on.
The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
You're doing excellent work. Keep it up and have fun. Very proud. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Dad. I appreciate it. What the?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've
Wait, the
completely
door I
forgotten
came
what we were
from is
supposed to be
gone.
doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Shut up,
I
narrator.
know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So,
No, it did not.
Good job.
I lost my bucket. Give me my bucket back.
I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
Show some respect, young
Okay.
lady.
I'm getting worried about whatever this place is. I don't care
deserve
what
some
might happen this
respect.
time.
I want my
have to
bucket
be
back.
stuck.
I deserve my bucket back. No, not the line.
All right, I've got a solution.
Guys, I think I
This time, to
actually,
make sure
like-
we don't get lost,
I think
I've
I
employed
actually
the
like
help
restarted
of
the
Stanley
game
Parable
to like
Adventure
before
Line.
the bucket was
Just follow the
available.
line.
I fucked
How
up
simple
so
is that?
bad. How do I get the bucket back? Finally, we convinced you about the bucket. The bucket is everything. You need
You
nothing
see,
else
the
but the
line
bucket.
knows where the
I
story
need the
is.
bucket
It's
back.
over in this direction. Onward, Stanley.
Which
to
bucket? What do you
destiny.
mean?
Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever
I
we
need the
end up
bucket,
be
I
our
need the bucket.
destination, even if there's no story there?
Where's my
Or to put it
bucket?
another way, is the story of no destination still a story?
fuck.
Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a
You have a
destination
horrible
is
head
inevitably
cold. Oh, I
conjured
hope
into
you feel
being
better,
via the
Yasha.
very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside
is
of your
yapping.
subjective experience of this office,
Yeah, I don't know what this bucket is
office
you're
in
talking
fact
about. No,
the skeleton
please,
of
I'm
my
so
own
sad.
limited,
I'm so
experiential,
sad the
mental,
bucket is
subjective
gone.
Construct. Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize.
Have I
Sure, where I
ruined
was
my
going with all
progression
that.
of this
You
game?
know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Oh no. Oh no. Now I definitely feel like I'm going crazy. This is the important fern that I was told to remember. And it has never come up again.
Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
When?
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You
I
won't
took
want to miss
so
anything.
much time memorizing this fern, and it has not come back up. Where's the music?
Wait, what? We're back at the office?
Yes.
No.
The computers
no.
are back on.
Line,
Didn't
you
I
do
turn
know
those
we're
off?
looking for the Stanley Parable, right?
Yes.
The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Yes. Ah, it's so nice to actually walk in this office that I'm usually not allowed to enter. How high a bumpscosity would you rate that fern? Can I still change my bumpscosity? I can. I'll bump the bumpscosity to 1,000. You really are a Bram? What do you mean? What do you mean? fuck.
No, not again.
No.
How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
It's over for me, guys. It's so over for me. I can't progress. I have only regressed.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
Yes.
We're intelligent people, right?
That's right.
Why can't we make up our own story?
That's
Something
right.
exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
What direction? Oh! We opened this door.
Now, yes, this is exciting.
So exciting.
Just me and Stanley forging a new path,
Yes.
a new story. Well,
Yes.
it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I don't think you can keep the line from doing whatever it wants to. It's Jover. It's so Jover for me.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're
What if I
trying
just
to
don't
go,
walk?
there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin.
See ya,
So
Flock.
starting
See ya,
from
see
the
ya.
right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
I remember this.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes?
Follow the line again. Wander in the
determined?
blackness. Find a bookstore. Get
So
bored
now,
and leave.
according to the schedule,
Wait.
I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget?
Bookstore?
Well,
I don't
what if
think
I
I've
don't want to
had
forget?
that one.
My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't.
But then I'm just
do
stuck
it.
here.
And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way,
All right,
that this is
I'll
a
wait.
kind of story.
I
Wouldn't you
refuse to
agree?
manually
I'm not
restart
quite
the
sure
game
if we're in
again.
the destination or the journey.
'Cause
But
I
they're
thought all that
saying
did was
life is about
reset,
the
but
journey
apparently
and
I,
not
like,
the
restarted the
destination.
game.
So I hope that's where we
I'm
are
so
right now.
sad.
We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you do...
What the fuck was that sound? Wait, the balloons are back! Is my bucket back?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Is my bucket back is the question. I'm kind of scared to check. I'm kind of scared to check. I'm very happy to see the balloons. The bucket was always there. Is it gonna be there? Bucket! Bucket! I
It
missed
takes a lot
you.
of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded onward.
I was so worried. I was so worried I reset the game way too far. That was making me redo runs that I like did a long time ago on like the first stream. Oh, I was so God, Bucket, I missed you so much. I didn't know I could feel this emotional about a bucket. I didn't know it would mean so much to me until you were gone. I'm sorry I didn't appreciate you enough while you were here. I'm sorry, Bucket. I'm sorry. I'll never just take advantage of the fact that I have you in my life again. Thank you so much for being here. Oh my God, I can't believe I have it back. I'm so happy.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
That makes me want to pick up the bucket every time now, though. Which is bad, right? Okay, left door it is. Is there anything else I can do in this room? I did get to stand on these boxes though, that's kind of cool. Can I climb on this desk? There's gotta be a way, right? Maybe not. Now we need a bucket emote? No, we are not making a bucket emote. I'm sure there's just a normal, like, bucket emoji, though.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
That mirror is so fucked. I like how I can still leave. I'm surprised that door didn't close. I should have expected that. Why did I even open my mouth? We love Bucket. We do love Bucket. Can I go on a bucket ride with the... I mean, can I go on an elevator ride with the bucket? Does that change anything? I don't know if I've been here with the bucket. Did somebody just whisper Stanley? We need Aluei sitting in a bucket. That's this property of Aluei. It's the narrator. You're right, it is the narrator. The rabbit switching from left to right. Okay, so nothing changes if I have the bucket and I'm in the elevator. That's unfortunate.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into
That's
an
a
emotional
weird-ass
dumpster
emo.
fire, if not for the soothing
Yo!
presence of the
Oh
bucket.
my god, Queso, thank you so much for
In its
gifting
darkest
us
of hours,
Subby to
with
Benda.
the bucket's warmth and guiding light, pierce the dark clouds
Thank
of
you so
confusion
much.
it is.
Can't
It would
believe
be
I
with
missed
him
that too.
Always.
Do you guys like purposely do things while like
The two of them were
while I'm like
inseparable.
paying attention
At
to
this
like the
point,
game?
Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual
While I'm just
connection he
absorbed,
shared with the
it was like
bucket
20
that he
minutes
didn't
ago.
notice the keypad behind the
Yes,
front
well,
desk, nor in his bliss of
I
simply being
notice
near the
things
bucket
eventually.
did he have any notion that the pin number for the keypad was 2845. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Two, 8, 4, 5. The bucket did not react. It forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself.
God damn
and
it.
Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, what did he do? The elevator raced
You are
downward,
a slow
plummeting
reader.
towards
What?
an
Me?
unknown
What do you mean?
It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing
What do you
him,
mean, slow
comforting
reader?
him,
That's
reassuring that
mean.
in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he
I
would
am
be
not a
right.
slow reader.
The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Ugh, scared me.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Okay.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
He like hates it when I come here from like a door that's up there, but he doesn't mind. There it is. But like he doesn't mind it if I'm like entering through the normal entrance, I guess.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
No, never.
Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs.
And so wise man said
had
bucket,
never
bucket,
seen
bucket, bucket,
anything
bucket,
like
bucket,
this,
bucket.
and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Everything is okay, bucket. Everything is okay. Wait, this is the box that I can stand on, right? Maybe not. Oh, that's the one that I can walk on. Interesting. I'm so sorry there are numbers that exceed 4 in here. I appreciate the condolences.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These
Whoa.
questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Wait, I had a crazy idea. We need to make Bucket a trigger. One more weird. God damn it.
No!
I don't have
Screamed into the
space
bucket.
for more
He couldn't accept
emotes.
it. His
Twitch
own
won't
life
let
in
me
someone
upload any
else's
more
control.
emotes.
Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
The Bucket is my only friend.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For
I
he
did?
and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good.
Really?
Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Okay, now question is, how do I get up there? Because this is 1 and 2. So 3 was on the other side. That must be 4 up there. But I don't know. Yeah, because this is 5. No, I want to push the buttons, but like... Wait, if I do 1, 2, and 3 in order, maybe it'll open up a passageway? One, 2, 3. Let me up there. Let me up. I don't understand. There's gotta be a way up. Help me, Step Bucket. Help me, Step Bucket, please. Oh yeah, this does nothing. Okay, it's just a staircase. Hi, Retro. I'm still trying to get up there to push the 4th button. Where does this lead? Nowhere? I can't walk on that. Okay, they would not put this here if I can't go up at all, right? What is that? Does that just say 5? Oh, good night, lad. Good night, good night. Sleep well. Alright, I guess I'll just press number 5. And I can't do anything down here. I feel like there's gotta be so much that you can do in this room, and I just don't know what it is. Do I just like click on everything to see if I can do something? And what is that? Is that a whole different circular room? Just empty? What if in this room there is one more bucket? They would not play with my heart like that. There's only one bucket. At least in my life, there's only one bucket. Are you sure? Maybe I'm not so sure anymore. Hi, Saber. Can I be your bucket? Absolutely. I would love for you to be my bucket. Well, I'm lost. I was just about to ask if that bucket just so happens to be X. Well, I suppose nobody else could measure up to the bucket, you know? Can't be long, just wanted to see how it's going. Aw, always nice to see you, Saber. I'm so sad about that room. I swear there's so much I could do there if I could just figure out what I'm supposed to do. Am I supposed to come here without the bucket?
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
What?
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over?
Well...
Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and... What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room,
Weird as
in
is.
uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
Even the facility itself recognized the
No, no, no,
incredible
no, no,
calming
no, no, no.
presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket.
No, no, no,
Go
no.
to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my
I would
bucket with me,
hate to
right?
be trapped
I'll be okay
eternally in
with that.
darkness.
Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Ah.
My God, the bumpscosity in here is absolutely overwhelming. 1,000? You people have got to be nuts. How can you stand
He
this
noticed
much
that I put it up to
bumpscosity?
1,000. Well, I have to take the
Stanley
bucket with
cradled
me.
the bucket in a gentle embrace, protective yet delicate, assertive yet compassionate. Stanley clutched
What
the
does
bucket
bump
tightly
whatever
to his
even do?
chest
I don't think it
and
does
opened the
anything,
door
to be
little.
honest. Didn't he argue last stream that the bumpscosity was too low? I think so.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this
You
no,
don't see it?
Never mind. The bucket was wrong.
You can see the
Stanley took the
bumpscosity?
door on his left to go back to the meeting room,
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride
I've
the
always
lift
wanted
all
to
the
play
way
this,
to the
but every
top.
time I see
There's
gameplay,
something
I
up
have
there
no
I need you
idea
to
what's
do.
happening. I think that's a good
Stanley
thing.
did not question
I think that's
why
a good
or
thing.
how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket
It's
had
always so
spoken
tempting to
him,
jump.
and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Dark. Oh, this dark room.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket. This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket.
Oh,
Once upon a
okay,
time,
okay, I remember
gave
this.
Stanley
I
a
remember
bucket
this.
because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Thank you, Benda. Have a good night. The beige pages. Oh, instead of like the yellow pages, right? The beige page. Fuck it. Oh no, it's this again.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley
Does
is
it
hearing the
seem
bucket say to
lighter?
him is just in his head.
I think it seems like a little bit lighter in here now. Had to just Google Translate before I could allow. Okay, so I'm locked out. Oh, the bucket is back in my... I swear this office is like lighter right now. Press O to take me back home with you.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me. Well, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location.
You
That's
don't know
it.
that, for
It
sure.
doesn't do anything else.
No, you don't know that for sure.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know,
Hey,
once
Ral.
upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about
I
is
never
this
trusted
awful
you,
bucket,
narrator.
this
Not once.
stupid hunk of metal.
Press K to ignore anyone in your life except me. Wow, demanding.
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold...
I can't turn the computer
bucket,
off.
This sort of
Okay.
shiny bucket.
Never mind.
Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
Yes. You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Press O to go back home.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket.
Alu just
It's
submitting
just a
to
little more,
anything and anyone.
what am I trying to
Absolute
say?
bottom. That is not true.
More
That is
capable
not
of
true.
Transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Press R to relive this same day with me over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. You want that, don't you? Don't you, Stanley? I know that's what you want.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket.
No, it's my
Why do I feel
bucket.
some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Press I to go home, to work, to home, to work, to home, to work, to home, to work.
Oh no. I'm having feelings.
And
The
over
bucket.
and
No, no, no,
over.
no, no, no,
Is
no,
that what it
what's going on?
sounded
Why
like
do
when I
want
said
to
it?
the
Oh,
bucket?
oh,
Hear what the
over.
bucket has to say. Do
Over.
anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket. Give
No.
it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley.
No.
I need it. Give it to me now. Give
No.
it or I'll...
My bucket. Back to work? Okay.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay. I'm gonna do the difficult thing. The very difficult thing. And not pick up the bucket this time. I give little smooch. Mwah. And then I say, I'll see you soon to the bucket.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Bucketless
This was
run?
not the correct way to the
I
meeting room, and
suppose.
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I'm not sure what I'm doing.
The
I
lounge
can't
was grand,
find that red and blue
majestic,
room again.
Perhaps too much. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Was the red and blue room like where you jump off the
Stanley
thing?
was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Is that like where it is? Are you going
Look,
there?
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I
feel like
realize
I
that
haven't
investing your
checked there
trust
in a
someone
while,
else can
so-
be difficult. But the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Yeah.
Please. Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to
Yeah?
show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
I do not believe you. Wait, is this actually it? Yatta! Oh my
listen
god,
carefully,
I've
this
been
is
looking for it for so
Stanley walked
long.
through the red door.
Ah.
And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this
Stiggly
moment, Stanley.
Wiggly!
This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward.
Yeah,
I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all.
you should
That would
be.
be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
That's it? That's it? Really? No fucking way! I can't believe this. I really thought there was gonna be some kind of, like, at least like a Steam achievement for getting all the figurines. For getting all the figlies. Wait, which door do I enter? The reward is a job well done, but he didn't even tell me that it was a job well done. Chat, can you praise me instead? Can you praise me instead, please? I'll take anything as long as it's genuine. Good girl. Okay, I mean that's all I needed. That's all I needed, to be honest. Thank you. You did a very good job. Thank you. Good cat on oh my god, I love you guys. I have the best chat. Okay, I feel much better now. Thank you. That's what we do it for, you know? That's what I do everything for. Did we win? Well, I got all the figlies.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Right. Sorry.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us
Haha,
all
fuck you,
trying to
Queso.
get somewhere that isn't here. Running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think...
Wait, have I come here
think I
with
have
the
a
bucket?
solution. Here, let me show you.
I don't know if I've come here with the bucket. I feel like I should come back with the bucket.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
The real achievement was the bucket we met along the way.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy.
Oh, this was the ASMR
I actually
room.
feel happy. No, wait.
Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley. No! Oh.
I need to come back
God.
here with the bucket. I haven't been here with the
No,
bucket,
what are
right?
you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was
You
before.
didn't share the moment
If
with
you
the
die,
bucket?
we'll both
Yeah,
go
that's why I
back.
had
are
to
you
go
doing
through it
this?
fast. Because I gotta come back here with the bucket.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Sure, let me limp back to the other room.
Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
But narrator...
I know
Narrator
you'll
Kun, I'm in
see.
so much
You'll see
pain.
that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
I'm in so much pain. Good night, Foil. Good night, good night. Sleep well. This is quite a mean game to make Alu play. The brat antagonizing is
No,
insane.
Perhaps not.
You can blame Exlon. He is the one that recommended this game.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it?
Yeah.
You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy.
Yeah.
Am I reading the situation correctly?
Uh-huh. Yippee!
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it.
Oh fuck.
I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along.
Oh my god, I
I
can
guess
barely
that was
walk
too much
now.
to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all.
I'm heavily limping.
Well, this one is yours.
This part always makes me actually kind of sad. No, me too. Me too. I'm making jokes because I can't just let myself be sad. Because I have no choice. I have to. I have no choice. It's making the bottom violate. This is all I can do. I'm so sorry, narrator Kun. I'm so sorry. I can't just exist in the empty void. But what if you had a choice? There was never any choice to begin with. This is the only choice. Yippee! Sad yippee!
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm going back.
He just wanted to make you a game? Yeah, well, it sucked. Okay. Alright, we try again. What? Wait. Where's the narrator? Where's the narrator? What is this?
Stanley, I'm
What?
sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines.
What?
Those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't
Okay.
it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your
Whoa,
entire
that is
life?
trippy.
Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
We're back at the cool place that we came to once. What the fuck, though? That was so weird. The grass and flowers, the fresh air. Ah, it's so nice to be outside. Now remembering when Stanley found the collectibles. Not the grass, yes, take in the pollen. Take a nice deep breath. Ah, delicious, delicious pollen. I'm sorry. The sun, it burns. Where is... Can you even see, like, the sun? Oh, there it is. Are you gaming or are you touching grass? Make up your mind. Honestly, I hope I'm gaming because I'm not a grass toucher. I'm an indoor cat. I'm very much an indoor cat. Zone, sweet zone. Oh, fuck. That scared the shit out of me. Okay, last time I was here, like, this door was open. And now I get to go down here. Are you missing one? No, I got all 6. Aww.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
What? That is so creepy. This is also a perfect ASMR backdrop. Minus the many people. I mean, that's kind of the main focal point though, don't you think? Seven out of 6? No, that's not right. Well, before you move towards it. Oh, just like all the particles and stuff. This is as far back as I can go now. I'm not allowed to go any further back anymore. Reminds me of Weeping Angels. Oh, creepy. Okay, well that door closed too. Always with the doors closing on me.
And here was a second Stanlerine. I'll be honest, back then I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
What the?
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your 3rd mini Stan? Can you remember?
This one. The bathroom. Yes, the bathroom, I believe.
Hey, that's exactly right. It
Yay.
was here in the boss's bathroom. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your 3rd time doing anything.
Yeah? Is that true? From 7-6, you are now at 9-6.
Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a figly in this pink room.
What?
Oh, well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
There was never a pink room. I would remember this room. This is like the color of cherry soup. And now I am craving cherry soup. How could you forget the pink room? We had our first head pats in here. What? No, 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 no. Yeah, cherry soup. Yeah. Sour cherry soup. Sour cherries, and then you put like whipped cream on top, and if you mix in the whipped cream, it becomes this color. Is that a giant apple? I just realized that's a giant apple. Cherry soup. I hope you don't like pineapple pizza. I love pineapple pizza. I love, love, love pineapple pizza. Okay, so not soup then, just cherries and whipped cream? No, it's actually soup. Like, you cook it and it's hot. And look up Hungarian sour cherry soup. I promise it's real. Look up Hungarian sour cherry soup. It's very good. Why does that look far away? Am I gonna fall? No, I'm not falling. That's very confusing. That looks so confusing. Yes, you are already my fave streamer, but now you are my favorite times 2. What did I do? This is heresy. Pineapples do not belong on pizza. You don't belong on pizza. But pineapples definitely do. Pineapple pizza is really good. I am convinced that 90% of people who hate pineapple pizza literally just won't give it a chance. Liking pineapple pizza is like liking kettle corn. It's good shit. It's good shit. Savory and sweet is a good combination. You're all just mean and suck. What?
This was the 5th mini stand, and this one was really something special. It was in the warehouse. I remember it so clearly. In fact,
That one was
because
pretty
this one
cool.
is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
You did? What? Hi, Static. Welcome. I sure did. Best boy, the narrator. No way.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I
Holy
spent a lot
shit.
of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Oh my god, that was amazing. That was so good. God, I want to jump down there so bad. Do it. It was tempting. It was tempting. But I want to see this through also.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors.
Guys.
This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind.
Did you hear that sound from my phone?
More recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind
That was a
works?
notification
All
from
I know is that
Domino's.
This is the moment where you picked up a Figly, and I thought to myself, yes.
Did my
that's
phone
all.
just
They're
hear
all
me talking
connected. It
about
was a
pineapple
moment
pizza?
unlike any
And then
other.
Domino's is like, I know
Except
you
for the
want
other
it.
moments picking up
You
figurines,
should
which
totally
is
order some
exactly
Hawaiian pizza right now. I can't believe that fucking Domino's with the timely notification. This is a sign to order one. Oh my god. Banned from Domino's? Nah, fuck you. Pineapple pizza is good. If it wasn't, they wouldn't offer pineapple pizza. What? I see. So now it doesn't matter which way I go. Which means... Oh wait, what's up here? Oh, nothing. Okay. The illusion of choice, yes. So that means I can take the blue door. Yay. The past, you are in the present. Okay.
And then there was no more. Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future.
Okay.
Goodbye, memory zone. No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
What? Wait, this is the fern. This is the important fern. But it's in a different place now. That's not where it's supposed to be. Fern, seeing you guys type the word fern no longer looks real to me. That is like a plant, right? I did say the right word. That is what it is. Well, the TV turns back on if I re-enter. Interesting. See how weird things start happening in the game as soon as you say pineapple is good on pizza. Pineapple is good on pizza.
Okay, yes,
And
the
if you
room
don't
with the
believe
red
that,
and
then
blue
you are
doors.
wrong and stupid and also incorrect.
I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind.
God
Let's
damn
keep
it.
going. I want more.
Okay, narrator kun. Okay. Fern from Frieden, my beloved. Oh my god, you're right, that is Fern's name. Also, I forgot that there's a character named Fern. And you smell if you don't like pineapple on pizza? That's right. Like, you smell so bad, like absolutely rancid.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
I can't believe he was
love
like,
that
directed by
video.
the narrator, music by the narrator, best boy narrator. Okay, but what if I just... I can't jump off! Guys, I can't jump off! can't. I tried to jump. I tried to jump. Okay, well. Now I can't really feel proud for, you know, walking across it fast because I literally can't jump off.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room,
Because it's
though.
not
A solid
real.
room.
It's not real. I can picture the director thinking up this joke and being so proud of it that he wanted to show it twice. That's kind of a cute thought, to be honest.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have neutered the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Well, my chat rewarded me anyway. Wait, I didn't go to the boss's office, though. Okay, I can't do anything here. What? Oh. I got lost for a second there.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone
Why
ever
am I
choose to
allowed
live?
to keep
going.
getting more Figlies?
This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the Figlarines.
Yes.
Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Now I can't go closer. 18 out of 6. Why are you laughing? I don't have a choice in this. Why is it so dark in here? Wait, now hold on. This is not what this place looked like. Is this... Oh, it's the
It's
jump
the terrible new
pad,
content
okay.
that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now.
Yeah,
Look how much fun the past is. I want more.
but I can't jump.
More memories.
Shame you ran out of jumps. I know. I feel like I shouldn't have used all of them. Whoa, what a weird transition.
Oh, yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
They're leading to the same place again. Is it just taking me back to my office? It's a creepy dark room.
And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office?
No, I was born
There's
here.
something I feel I can remember. I can remember. Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But
I'm real.
I've grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory
Is he about to
zone,
kill me off?
how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
It is so fucking Jover for me, chat. Have you done the red door ending? I don't know.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Is every computer on? Just saying that? No, these ones aren't on.
Stanley's bucket. The only co-worker he would ever truly need.
Chat, you're scaring me. Good night, Kuraiko. Good night, good night. Sleep well.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket
Hi,
calling
Will.
to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting
Okay,
room?
I still can't get a
Yes,
drink.
Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Nope.
No,
Said the bucket.
No.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or
Now
how
I
this
jumped
bucket
down.
was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because
And
buckets
now-
can't talk.
now I
But Stanley chose
go
not
in
to
here
think about
with the
this
bucket.
obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket
If
had
this is
spoken
my-
to him,
if this
and
is my
he
last run-
unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
If this is my last run, I might as well.
No, stop. Look there on the wall.
Oh,
You see,
yeah,
there's
no
a sign
buckets
right there.
past
It
this
says,
point.
No buckets past this point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would
Well, this
explain
is
a lot
definitely
about
a
your
bucket.
behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket.
Are you
Please,
sure?
Step in
Yes.
here for a moment.
No more Alu clicks doors and does listen to narrator. Drop the bucket and look if door open. I can't drop the bucket. I can't. Also, like, why would I drop the bucket? I love the bucket. I felt uncomfortable playing it. What do you mean?
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
bucket?
No.
Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 2. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct.
Yay!
It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
But my bucket is a bucket. My bucket is definitely a bucket. I've been through enough with this bucket to know that it's a real bucket.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Correct.
Yay!
This is a bucket.
That one definitely looked like a bucket.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
No! See, the problem is this is not my first try. This is not my first try. But I'm worried I'm gonna get it wrong. Because I got so many questions wrong the first time. But I don't remember the answers. Fuck, I'm gonna say no. Yes!
Correct.
Okay,
This
okay,
is a
okay, okay.
tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay, next one.
Oh god, there's more. Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Is this a bucket?
I thought this was your first run of the game. This is my third stream playing the game. But I'm scared. But the another track. This one has to be a bucket somehow, right? It's a bucket? Oh, thank God.
This is.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. There's more?
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Is that a bucket? I don't know. I don't know, man. This is so tough. I'm gonna say yes.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
Oh. Okay.
Item. Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Does that mean I got it? If that one was like a trick question anyway, does that mean I got it? Hello? Narrator? Narrator? What?
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here.
No!
And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket? You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
Yes.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart.
No,
I can't have that.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
no.
I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
No.
Okay. Here we go. What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful
I suppose that's
to get some
accurate.
clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay?
Okay.
And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Wait. He said that that was supposed to be my last run, but he's letting me do more?
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit.
Wait, this
Was it a
means that
sign
I
of
can
something?
try.
He hoped it was. He hoped very
I can
much
actually
that it
try to get
was.
all those questions correctly, right? You believed him? Of course I did. Of course I believed.
Is Stanley, without the bucket, really Stanley at all?
No.
No, surely not. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
I can
took
get
the
all
door
those
on his
questions
left
correct,
to go
right?
back to the meeting room,
No,
said the bucket.
No.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how
Let me
this
off.
bucket was
Let me
speaking
off.
to him.
Let me off.
It
Let me
should
off.
have
Let me
alarmed
off. I
him,
want to
of
jump. I
course,
want to
because
jump. I
buckets
want to jump. I
can't
want to jump. I
talk.
want to
But
jump. I
Stanley
want to jump. I
chose
want to
not to
jump.
think
I want to
about
jump. I want to
this
jump. I want to
obvious
jump. I want to
fact.
jump. I want to
He was
jump. I
firmly
want to jump. I
convinced
want to
that
jump. I
the
want to
bucket
jump. I want to
had
jump.
spoken to him, and he
Yay!
unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
She want to jump. I do. I do want to jump.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think
It's
it was
a dumb
okay to bring the
sign.
bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game.
Because something different has to happen if I get all the questions
So
right,
much
right?
of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
It must.
Now
Surely.
then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
Okay.
Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket.
Okay.
Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Okay, that one's the hologram.
Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 2. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 3. Is this a bucket?
And this is the one that is a bucket, right?
Correct.
Okay.
This is a bucket.
The more I watch Alu play the Stanley Parable, the more convinced I am that Slay the Princess
Item
is perfect
4.
for her.
Is this a bucket?
Interesting. I have never heard of that game. Wouldn't a 3D printed bucket still be a bucket? It still holds liquid? Yes. And that was my argument the first time I came through this room, but apparently that doesn't matter. Apparently that doesn't matter.
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay, next one. Is this a bucket?
Is a bucket a metal cup? It is just a big metal cup, yes. Fuck. This is the one that was right. Okay. Whew.
This is a bucket.
Oh god, I'm scared. I'm so scared.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
This one is the trick question.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
Okay, okay.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. Should be around here somewhere.
No.
Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless... Is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
Yes.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket?
Did I answer that one wrong?
Answer these questions with confidence, and yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay, here we go.
Wait, it got me to the same answer! Did I answer the last one wrong? I answered the last one wrong, didn't I?
Gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket? Oh my god, I
The
had no
illusion
idea.
of choice? Wait, should I have answered differently on the do I think everything is a bucket?
And you, Stanley,
I
you're
should have
still
said
here.
no,
You're
huh?
not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that.
Okay.
Who knows what that information might do to a person. All right, here we go.
The end is never 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 the end.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
Okay.
As Stanley lifted his bucket, he felt a connection to all
Okay,
buckets.
one more time.
This adventure he
One more
decided
time
was
we
for
try that
all.
ending. Because clearly I answered wrong again.
Stanley clutched the bucket
Oh,
tightly
it
to his
was-
chest
it was this way.
and entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than
One
the
day I'll
meeting
get a
room?
drink from the
Yes,
vending
Stanley
machine.
thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there
I'll
I
get
need
it
you
right
to
this
do.
time.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Not whatever it asked. Why are you looking at me like that, Borko? Why are you looking at me like that?
Look there on the wall, you see? There's a sign right there. It says,
Don't tell me
"No
nothing
buckets past
changes."
this point. Stanley, how could you think it was...
Do not tell me
with the
nothing
bucket?
changes.
Unless... What if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if
If the
that's
bucket
true,
asked you
well,
to jump
my
off a
goodness,
cliff, you
I think we
would.
have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have
That's what you
dire
guys think of
consequences on
me?
the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact
What
of the
happens if
story
you
is
answer the
dependent
questions
on
wrong
your
from the
understanding of
beginning?
what
I've
is
done a
and
run where I
isn't
got
a
most
bucket.
of them wrong.
Please, step in here for a moment. Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Should I try to get everything right, or should I try to get everything wrong?
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
And you can't just say yes. Try to get everything right. Try with the wrong. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to get everything right.
Correct.
Because
It is a
I think I
hologram of
messed
a
up
bucket,
last time. I
not an
really
actual
do.
bucket.
Firencio, I can't do both, no.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Correct. This is a bucket.
No, I got one answer wrong at the end.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay, next one.
Rude. Can't believe he still says that even when I'm getting them all right. Are you a bucket? Apparently
Is
not,
this a
which is the
bucket?
question I got wrong.
Correct. This is a bucket. Item 6. Is this a bucket?
I think this was the trick question.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
I'm talking about you, the player, and not Stanley. Oh!
Item... Wait, hold on.
I mean,
can't
that
find the
depends
next one.
on,
Let me
you
see.
know,
It should be around here somewhere.
who's asking. I guess sometimes.
Yes, thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless, is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you
Okay,
believe
here's the
everything
question.
is a bucket?
No.
You know what? I'm too confused to even
Fuck!
sort it out.
That doesn't change
I
it!
lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago, I could answer these questions with confidence.
Would you love
Yet
me
now
if I
I'm
was a
somewhat
bucket?
adrift.
Yes.
Do any of us know what
Yes.
a bucket is? Am
I love you no
a
matter what.
bucket?
Mwah.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay, here we go. What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket.
Try it all wrong.
God, I had no idea.
Okay, alright, I'll try all wrong.
I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now.
Don't you love how the backspace button is directly next to the send button? Is it?
Got a game. So, tell you what. I'll
it's like
reset
two
everything.
above, though.
We'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone
Same
else,
and
maybe
over
don't
and over
mention
again. Well, I'm trying to see if
what
they
that
if
information
they're
might be to
different.
the person.
You
All
never
right,
know.
Here we go.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly
Can I
needed
give you
support
more
and guidance
hints?
from others.
No,
So
no,
the
no,
thought
no.
of total solitude was terrifying.
What new mysteries lay in store for our bucket-loving heroes today? Let's find out.
Unfortunately, like I actually have like a really, really bad tummy ache right now. So this is actually gonna be my last run.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest, and this was.
But I
not
do want to
correct
try
to
the all
meeting room.
wrong
Stanley
ending.
had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this... No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left.
Is that a
to go
poop
back to the
bucket?
meeting room.
I mean, I suppose you can do whatever you want to
No,
with your
said the
bucket,
bucket.
but my bucket
Don't
is
go
not
to
a
the
poop
meeting
bucket.
room.
No.
Go somewhere else. The cargo lift.
I
yes.
respect
Go.
and
Good.
appreciate my
said the
bucket.
bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not
Didn't
question
get the
why or how
unobtainable
this bucket was
achievement.
speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about
I'm
this
sure there's
obvious
many
fact.
achievements I
He
didn't
was
get,
firmly convinced that
unfortunately.
the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever
Almost fell
the
off
bucket
that time.
asked. No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets
Because
past
there's
this
something
point.
in the phone room
Stanley,
at the
how would
wife
you think it was
ending.
okay to bring
Okay,
the
I
bucket
I
here?
didn't even
Unless-
have a wife
What
ending.
if the problem is that you actually don't know what
But I'm
is a
sorry,
bucket
I'm
and what
okay.
isn't a bucket?
Like
that
genuinely,
would
like
explain a lot
I'm
about your
like I'm
behavior
trying
to
not to
this
let it
point.
affect my
If
mood, but I
that's
really
true,
have a
well,
really
my
bad
goodness,
tummy ache. I
think we
can't
have
keep
to do
playing after
something
this.
about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences. on the
Yeah, I
entire
know,
rest
Double
of the
Lightning.
game
I
if
was
not
told,
addressed
but I
properly.
definitely am not getting that
So
one.
much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't
Hi,
a bucket.
Auntie.
Please, step in here for a moment.
The game is a lot of fun.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need
Okay.
to know about what is or is not a bucket.
Now I have to get all
Okay,
of them
begin.
wrong. If I fuck up, it's over. It's so over.
Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 2. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Look at that. Look at that thing. Look at it. That's definitely not a bucket.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
This game is so silly.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Oh, that's so a bucket.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible.
Let's just move on to the next
Incredible.
one.
If I accidentally get one correct near the end, I'm gonna be so sad.
Is this a bucket?
And this one I'd say no.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
This is a bucket.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Wait! This is the trick question one! I can't get all of them wrong. Or does it not matter with the trick question one?
Trick
Fuck.
question. Both. Gotcha.
Hi, Malty. Can you just not answer and
Item...
wait?
Wait, hold on. I can't
No, I
find
don't
the
think
next one. Let
so.
me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something. And therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless in your twisted mind,
this just gonna
you
be the
somehow
same ending?
convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
Yes.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out.
Fuck!
I've lost all sense of perspective.
Ah.
What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm
Hi,
sorry.
Ryan.
But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay, here we go.
I didn't even answer anything there.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear?
I think this is a dead
Was
end. I think so
everything a
too.
bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my god, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue. And it doesn't
Oh,
change the fact
fucky.
that we haven't
I
got
wish I
to
could play more.
So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Man. Time for Alu to rest. Unfortunately. Fuck. I wish I could play more. Why? Why do I have to feel bad on a game day? On a game day, or just on a stream day at all? Why can't I be sick on Saturday? Fuck. I'm sorry guys. And I'm so sorry that this stream was kinda short too. I didn't want to stream for such a short time. Time for Eve? Well, I mean, it's not like late, but I mean, I definitely will be laying down for a little bit. Cause I don't know why, just all of a sudden I have a really bad tummy ache. I have a really, really bad tummy ache. Alu is sick but still stirring for us. Oh, I tried to ignore the tummy ache for like the last hour, but I couldn't ignore it any longer. I wanted to play so much more. I know, because I know that there's some endings I didn't get to, but oh well. I agree, no die. Thank you. Alright, so that I can rest, let's see if there's someone I can raid to. Alright, so that I can rest. Whoa, that is playing. I don't want that to be playing. Okay, let's see. We can go raid. Let's go raid. I don't see too many people online playing games that I know. So I'm just gonna bravely raid like one of my fave streamers. Like, I can't believe I'm gonna do this. So we're gonna go hang out with Kenji. So yeah. Raid Asmon? No thank you. No thanks. But yeah, let's go raid Kenji. He's a really funny streamer. So you guys will totally have fun with him if you hang out. And if nothing, make sure you at least say hi. Make sure to grab a raid message. Let's see. Oh, that's not how you do it. I don't even know my own commands, man. Raid 1 is for if you are subscribed, and then raid 2 if you're not subscribed. Yeah. So that you can still have a raid message. And thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I am so sorry if my energy was a little bit different. I tried to ignore the tummy ache, but you know, it was a little hard to ignore by the end. And I love you guys, and I hope you have fun. And thank you so much for being here, whether you were chatting or lurking. I appreciate your company. Thank you. Good night, guys. Good night. Mwah. Mwah. Cuties.
Hurry up, ads. Oh shit, you got ads.